We are tired of it. You know that song, fool me one time, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. I'm not saying that we're definitely getting fooled, but we're just a little sick of it. And I know this is how we promote our business online. I create content, I have an online business, so I know. I'm not saying not to do it. What I'm saying is there's a right way and a wrong way. Do you guys remember the first commercials, like the infomercial style, where it was like, this is the product, buy now, call now, get yours. Do you guys remember those days? Well, that no longer works because it no longer grabs our attention. Let's look at it from the other extreme. Look at what's happening during a Super Bowl. Companies are putting down more than $6.5 million to have a commercial, and they're spending months and months thinking about what creative strategy they're going to use so that their commercial stands out from all the rest. And this is exactly what's happening on Instagram. It's basically one of the biggest mistakes, and it's costing you money. So how can we do this correctly? Today, as I was sitting thinking about what I was going to record, I got a DM. This person was basically reaching out because they had found me on YouTube and they wanted to know how they could sell more and get more people to their business. First thing I did was check their profile. Can you guess what they're posting? It's all flyers, it's all selling, and all they're doing is promoting their products. So instead of that, what should they be doing? The first thing I said was give value. You need to give value instead of just promoting what's on sale this week. And how do they do that? That's exactly the question that they asked. Number one, an experience through your online digital storefront. I've said it before. In the past, yes, some flyers, some promotional material worked on Instagram. But when you have so many people on Instagram, when you see that the reach is getting lower and lower and lower on everybody's account, it's not just your account, it's not just my account, it's everybody on Instagram, that's when you realize things need to change. When everyone is trying to consume from everyone, you need to be doing something so that your audience actually wants to see what you are putting out, and it's not just about you and your business. So that experience can be done through different formats. You can use some of the latest features to entertain, educate, and then lastly, promote what's going on. In this case, this business owner concentrated on pet supplies and pet stuff. What's the best way you can reach a pet audience? Talking about funny things that people with pets can relate to, showing pet videos, those cute videos that we're all reposting and sharing. That's a great way to gain brand exposure. And the same exact strategies are things that you and I can be putting into place today for our businesses. The second most important part of doing this correctly is focusing on building a community. And that's something that you can hear around, but you might not really understand what that means. It means that people come back because they feel like they belong. They're part of something that connects them. When you already have a business that basically check marks what those boxes are, in this case, people that have pets, people that are maybe located where this business owner was located, well, you're already knocking off things that these people, it's really easy to make them feel like they're part of a community. The most important thing to remember on this bullet point is that community does not happen from one day to another. You don't go into a relationship from one day to the next. This takes time to build, and that brings us to our third point. Ooh. Number 3, trust. Trust is that factor that will build that community, but it's also necessary because when people connect, when people know the face behind the business, when people understand why you're doing it, when you've showed different aspects besides just the products that you sell for your pet's needs, that's when they actually will do anything for the business. When you launch your new pet clothing line, they'll be there. When you open your new store, guess what? They're gonna be there. Even if you say, hey, look at this super cool bread. I mean, bread, you know? People that trust you will actually be interested in this bread. The biggest thing here is that I think sometimes we forget that sales are a two-way street. So it's not just me selling to another person, but it's me selling. The other person has to also be at that perfect moment for them to actually want to make that purchase. And that ties into a lot about the human psychology of why we purchase and when we purchase. And knowing that basically just validates that just because you put one post up on Instagram promoting your shampoo doesn't mean that people are gonna come running to buy this shampoo, but it's something that happens over time. Maybe people are hearing it, maybe people already know you, you're already building that experience, and then you show it one time. That's when the purchase happens. Maybe not your whole audience, but then with time, more and more purchases come in. You have to think of creative ways to build that awareness, knock those 3 points down, experience community and trust while establishing those connections. A great way to do this is through Instagram stories, for example, and that's just one example on a platform. But Instagram stories is a great feature because you can build that trust, you can build that relatability very easily by showing up consistently, by showing more of what the business is about, showing the people behind the scenes, showing what you're personally interested in besides just the fact that maybe you're a relationship coach, maybe you do social media marketing. We don't want more flyers on Instagram. And features just like Instagram stories are going to continue to develop. Right now, we're starting to see the launch of live commerce, meaning that you go live and your audience can shop while you're live with them. That is a great experience where you're automatically building in that community and you are promoting your products, giving your audience a chance to purchase during that whole interaction. That's something big that, if used correctly, can be a great way for selling on Instagram. Just like that is a feature of affiliates, right? Affiliates isn't something new. We all know how that works, but affiliates inside the applications is something completely different, where maybe users that are using my product can already post a picture, they'll tag my business, and then their audience sees my product and can automatically shop from there. We also have the famous collaborations, which honestly, the way I see it, it's going nowhere. It's only on a path to grow more and more in the upcoming years. So what does that mean? You find people that really demonstrate your brand's values, that can also showcase what you are a part of, and those people can basically be the face of the product or the service that you're currently promoting. And at the end of the day, it's also a win-win for both people because you're also crossing audiences. Just keep in mind that first comes the relationship, then comes the sale. And it might take more time, 100%. Yes, you need to have realistic expectations that building trust, building a community takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And most people online will tell you to just make sales, and trust me, it works. I've done it. There comes a moment where that audience, whether they've bought or not bought, you exhaust them. That's when businesses start hitting a downslope. That's what causes business owners to burn out, because what was once working stops working because there's nothing new to that mix. You generated clients, not fans. And I don't know about you, but when you put these two on a poll for me, I'm 100% picking fans over clients. What about you? Because if you ask me, I want to make sure I'm not just attracting those clients, but actually attracting a community. And for me, this has happened on YouTube. That's why in this video, I actually tell you the mistakes I noticed I was making because I was attracting that client type. I was attracting the people that were coming in just for those quick tips. But I'm not going to spoil the rest for you because it's in that video.
First upload was March 2020, and I would change so much of what I did. For all of your